so we've been talking about proportions, and the great thing about proportions is basically no matter what they look like, no matter what form they come in, we really solve them all the same way. So that's the good thing about them. The process to solving them is super easy. So what I'm going to show you today is just another couple of ways that you might see proportions. So if you'll look at proportions part 2, that's the one that you put on page 24, we're just going to write down a few notes. And then, like I said, we'll do our activity. So proportions part 2 on page 24. The first one is talking about measurements. So you may have memorized, how many pints in a gallon and that kind of thing when you were in elementary school. And that's all well and good and important and useful. But for what we need, we're going to use proportions to solve our measurement questions. And the good thing about that is that you don't have to memorize anything. They're going to give you the conversions. So let's talk about what that's going to look like. Here's the example, and this is the one that you already have worked out for you in your notes. There are 12 inches in 1 foot. How many inches are in 8 feet? Okay, so we can solve it by writing a proportion. So first of all, what are we comparing? Just like we talked about before, what are we comparing, Austin? Yep, and this is the part that tells us. And sometimes it'll be in the form of a little chart. Sometimes they'll just write it in a sentence like this. But we are comparing inches to feet. And you remember, it doesn't have to be fancy. We're comparing inches to feet. So how many inches to how many feet? 12 to 1. 12 inches to 1 foot. Equals, and then we just need to know where to put our 8. Is it next to feet or inches?
Feet.
Right. So it goes here. And then what goes above it? Our x. And then what do we do next? Cross multiply. Okay? So we have 1x equals, what's 12 times 8? Good. 96. Now, I don't have to put the 1 right here. So it's really just 96 inches. Okay? It's really that simple. You need to be doing this with us, please, and not that. Okay. Now let's go to this one. Okay, so this one we're going to work together. It says the LMS quarterback runs 25 yards to score a game-winning touchdown. If 1 yard equals 36 inches, how many inches did the quarterback run? So let's start with, what are we comparing? Yards to inches, right? So yards to inches. Write that piece. Okay, and so we had 1 yard to how many inches?
36.
Yep. And then our third number is yards or inches? Yards, 25 yards. So our 25 goes there. X goes below it. And then we cross multiply. We have x equals, I'm going to leave off the 1. Y'all are okay with that, right? Okay. What is 36 times 25? 900. Very good. So he ran 900 inches. Okay? Let's do this last one. So we have MJ walks 29,040 feet. How many miles did he walk? And then here's where they give us the conversion. So we're comparing miles to feet. So we have 1 mile to 5,280 feet. And then 29,000 something goes next to feet or miles?
Feet.
29,040. Okay, put our x here. Same steps. But this time we are going to have to divide, because when we cross multiply, we'll get 5,280. X equals 29,040. So to solve it, we're going to divide by 5,280 on each side. And what do we get? 5.5 or 5.5. Very good. All right, go ahead and work this one out real quickly without my help. Set it up, solve it. Okay, so remember, you can solve it either way as long as you get the answer. All right, so we're going to talk about ratio tables for a minute. So we've been doing X and Y input charts and that sort of thing. And they're tables too, and actually you can pretty much solve almost every table using a proportion. So what I'm going to show you now, some of them you can't solve any other way than with a proportion. So let's just talk about how to do them. Really, it's basically the same thing as we've been doing. So let's say we have this one. All we have to do is pick one pair of numbers, which is given to us at the beginning, 4 and 8, and we write a ratio with it. So 4 over 8 equals, and then we put in our next number, 5. So we just pretend like these are fractions. And then we cross multiply and solve. So we have 4x. What's 5 times 8?
40.
Okay, if we divide by 4, we'll get 10. So this number is 10. Okay, then we can get rid of our 5, put in our next number, which is 7. So 4x equals 7 times 8, which is 56 divided by 4 is
14.
Okay, all right, I'll go back then, sorry. Okay, so all I did, hold on.